Next question. Specifically, how do you propose we address the illegal alien problem in the United States? You have a minute.
I absolutely oppose amnesty. If Jeff McGeary is your representative in Washington, I pledge I will go down to our southern border. I will defend our border. One of the first laws of this state and the Constitution, which I swore an oath to as an officer in the United States military, is to defend our borders from foreign invasion, and that is exactly what is going on along our southern border. It's time we have a representative in Washington who stands up on this issue. I will be a leader in this. I will oppose amnesty, and I will advocate for returning legal immigrations back to a reasonable level of around 250,000 so we can introduce those who have come here legally to the American culture, the American flag, the American language, and the American way of life.
What do you do about the 10 to 20 million that are here illegally that then don't get amnesty?
Certainly, I think we need to take a look at businesses who are employing these folks. I think if we levy heavy fines on them and are proactive going after these businesses, a number of these illegals will return home. I think beyond that, the United States government, through its enforcement practices, and I believe states, back to the 10th Amendment, should have the right to apprehend an individual who is here illegally, and they should be deported, in fact.
Would you put a farm owner or a corporate owner in jail for hiring illegals?
I absolutely would, yes.
You mentioned no amnesty, but should illegal aliens have any path of any type toward U.S. citizenship? And if so, what?
If you came into this country legally and your status is now in jeopardy, I think we could address that. But those who blatantly violated our laws and came into this country illegally, we see it going on every day along our southern border. Those folks should be removed from this country, and they should have no amnesty whatsoever. And I will be a leader in that fight in Washington to defend our sovereignty and defend our borders.
Next question, if you have at least a minute. What is the most serious error in America's current national defense policy?
America needs to realize that we are a republic, not an empire. We have troops in over 130 countries around the world. I served in Germany, the U.S. European Command headquarters. That base could easily be moved back to the States. Back to your immigration question, I think if we can defend the borders of Iraq, Saudi Arabia, still in Korea, Germany, why can't we defend the borders of the United States of America? Our military should be first and number one always in the world and always stand strong for the American flag.
So are you saying that the biggest error in national defense policy is the overuse of American troops overseas?
Certainly. As a member of the reserves, I have a lot of friends and folks who have been deployed multiple times. It's hard on the family, strain on the family, income levels drop, and I think that there is an overstretching and overuse of our servicemen and women. I think we should only put them into harm's way when American interests are specifically threatened.
If the President and your leadership in Congress were to say we need to authorize U.S. service personnel being in Iraq and Afghanistan for another decade, would you agree to that?
I would be absolutely opposed to that.
Would you withdraw troops? Would you support a bill withdrawing all troops from South Korea?
I would support a withdrawal from troops in South Korea, yes.
If the President came to Congress and said, I need authorization to launch a strike against Iran, direct U.S. military action to prevent them from getting or developing nuclear weapons, would you authorize that?
I think we need to look properly and have an even hand in that region and look at every country that currently or is developing nuclear weapons. I think the United States should be concerned, number one, with our defense and our national interest, and I would not be in favor of direct U.S. military intervention in Iran.
Are you confident in the intelligence agency's abilities to give the President and the Congress the information on which to make a sound decision?
I'm confident of those who are employed in the intelligence community. I work with a number of intelligent folks, both civilian and military, at the European Command headquarters in Germany. They're very confident, and as a leader, you have to have faith in your subordinates, and I would have faith in those, unless the trust or what they're giving me proves otherwise, that they're giving me and President Obama correct and truthful information.
And finally, will 2010 be the year of the Tea Party? Why or why not?
You know, Thomas Jefferson stated back in 1786 that a little rebellion now and then is a good thing. And I say in 2010, let's let that rebellion begin, and the Tea Party has the power to do that.
The Tea Party, do you see it any differently from movements that have occurred once a generation to strike back at how either Republicans or Democrats have been operating?
I think what you see in the Tea Party movement, it's testament to the number of folks here in this room. It's only January, the election is 10 months away, is we see a genuine frustration with a government in Washington that is out of touch with the people of this room. It's out of touch with the majority of this country. We saw more than 1 million folks marching in Washington demanding that their voice is heard. I want to be your voice. I want to go to Washington and provide real leadership and real solutions to the problem facing America.
And with that, we have to say thank you, Jeff McGeary.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for coming this evening. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.